Chartemis Prime, Chartemis Prime, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shits, Startimus, subscribe,
I want you to have a good time, but why the what's up, you guys? Articulation Prime here doing another Marvel Legends toy review on the Marvel Legends Hyperion figure from the Hit Monkey wave. Very cool wave, man. I'm bummed that Hit Monkey is so tiny, but very cool wave regardless. If you're trying to get the Hit Monkey wave, it's not available at retail, but you can buy it at Big Bad Toy Store for about 20 bucks a piece, but you gotta get the whole set.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
It'll take you straight to their Marvel Legends for 2013. And I think this figure overall is very, very cool. Now, we are getting a running change here, so we will get a new Sentry figure that looks very badass. And you can see that Hyperion comes with the arms and weapons of Hit Monkey right here, which I will review eventually. But overall, I have to say that out of this wave, this is my favorite figure from the wave. I really like it a lot. And what I really want to do really quick is to give you a size comparison to the Sentry figure that came out from the Giant Man wave. And you can see how much larger this guy is than the Sentry. Now, of course, this isn't the head that came with Sentry. Thank you, Sean Long. This is the Kazar head put on Sentry, which I think looks way better. But that size difference right there, you can get an idea of how massive this dude really is. And I think it's great. I really like it. I'll do some more size comparisons later on. I know my lighting is pretty harsh, but the guy isn't really as shiny in person as he is in this video here, but you know, I just think the head sculpt looks pretty damn sweet. I think they did a good job on this. I think the hair detail is nice. You can see color variation right there inside his hair. I think that looks very good. I think this overall head sculpt is very cool. The eyes came out pretty damn clean. You can see some weird lines on his forehead. That's just from the plastic. But the head sculpt did come out pretty damn nice. I really like the choice of the flesh tone for this guy. There's not really any shading in the red areas. That decal thing right there is pretty damn cool. He is missing the bolts that are supposed to go across the top of his diaphragm section right there. This gold is pretty nice. It's more of a yellow than a gold, but it does have a nice shimmer. And this is a brand new body mold too, so I think this looks very, very cool. There's that flesh tone again on the arms. Nice sculpting on the legs. And then he does have some nice shading on the yellow areas of the figure. So you can see right there, especially on the foot, how it's darker, closer to his toes. Very cool. He does come with peg holes at the bottom of his feet. See, if I darken my lighting, you can see the shading on the cape a little bit better. I think that came out pretty dope. And then there's the back of the figure. And the cape is actually two parts. So you can see this thing right here. And this is actually one of the bigger disappointments of the figure. I mean, this looks pretty cool. I like the gold on it and everything. But this is supposed to rest right over here. And it's not really working out too well. And it does come apart. So you could pop that section off, whoop, and you can see the whole peg right here. So if you want to do a custom Superman, that would look pretty dope. Now, one thing that does help me out is not pushing this in all the way. So if you push it back in all the way, what happens is that flap sticks way up. So you can see that it's sticking way up. If I loosen it a little bit, then it allows me to push down, and then it stays a little bit more flush, and that looks a lot better to me. That looks the way it's supposed to. You get a little bit of a gap right here, but I think that's fine. I think it looks better like that. So it's a little trick. I've seen a lot of people complain about how this isn't flush, but you can make it flush by loosening it over there. Let's pop this out right here again, and then see the cape itself is actually stuck into the back into a different peg hole, so you can see how that looks right there. Which, you know, I don't really need a Hyperion that has no cape or anything. To be honest with you, I'm not very familiar with the character. Well, I do like the sculpting on the back of him, though. It's worth showing that off. So that came out pretty damn clean, you know. There's his golden butt cheeks. So the articulation of this guy, his head moves very far back. I like that very much. His head moves very far down. I like that very much. He's got that little shifty thing like on Pile Driver, you know what I'm talking about? His head moves side to side just fine, and you could get it to rock side to side a little bit if you want to. He's got ball jointed shoulders that move outward, they move forward, he has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, Cool to see double jointed elbows on a really buff figure like that. His wrist moves side to side, down, and up. And on this, he has the open grip. Same articulation over here. He's got the solid fist going on. Great ab crunch. It moves very far back, so you can get him going like that. Tilt his head all the way back, and you got his flying pose. Whee. Moves very far forward as well, so that's cool. He moves side to side right here at this waist swivel. Awesome T-joints going on over here. Really dig that. Legs move outward, legs move forward, upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He has boot rotation right here. His ankles move down, up, and he has a beautiful ankle pivot. I love this ankle pivot. It is so awesome. Yeah, this is a pose I don't really like to leave my figures in, but it's just cool that you can get him in this kind of pose. Here he is saying next to Big Time Letdown Spider-Man and Pile Driver. So he's a good size. He's not as huge as Pile Driver, obviously, but I don't think he really needs to be. And like I said before, I'm not really familiar with the character. I really don't know much about him. I know he has like Superman powers, and he's part of Squadron Supreme and part of the Avengers and stuff, so I will be able to throw him up in my Avengers display. It's just that as an action figure, I think this is really, really cool. This is just the one I had to pop open first, and I just really enjoy posing this guy and playing around with him. Very, very cool figure. Totally recommend you get him.
Click the link in the description below.
Hope you guys like my review, and I will catch you later. Peace.
Crispy.
Okay. I know my... Okay.